Question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, it's highly interesting, man, how they, try to push this ISIS raids by law in the sense of what it is for breaking the law in a form of slave raids, a slave fugitive act back in the day from our people. ISIS and what has happened with our people is not the same, will never be the same, ain't nowhere near the same. Not to mention, for all that we have been through and still going through, even right now as we speak, under our oppression that we are under, still dealing with those inheritors who forefathers colonized us, Holocaust massacre, to genocide us. It ain't never been sweet. We got a lot of sellouts in our community that try to make it seem like it's done got better. But we got the receipts, we got the paperwork. We know ain't nothing got better for our people in no way, form, and fashion. We just got a lot of that roots and shit from different movies programmed in our mind to where we only see it the way the colonizers say we was POWs enslaved on our own land. But it was many barrels to what has happened to us, and we're still under a lot of those different barrels, 100%. This is why we're mass incarcerated more than anybody on earth, not just America, on earth. Let that wrap around your head. To be the most mass incarcerated people on earth by the children of your Holocaust, the massacres and genociders. Go figure. But y'all don't see that maybe it got something to do with the fact that we're still number one on the federal census of ethnic hate crimes as the most to be hated in this country. Go figure. Or the fact of the matter that we never been liberated and separated from those that Holocaust us. Now we're just living with their children. Kumbaya. Yeah, okay. Ain't no love in that reality. But this is what we're under. Not to mention, no matter how much we're oppressed, no matter how much we've been massacred and genocide in this country, no matter how much we want to get away from the blue and white brutality that we all still face with to this day, can't move fast, can't reach for your wallet without somebody being scared for their reality and taking you off the planet. We still can't go seek asylum nowhere. We still can't go anywhere and get benefits and economic growth and small business loans and grants to open up businesses in nobody's community, nowhere else in the world. Literally, we can't even get that here in the United States, and we put boots on ground, 10 toes down to try to push for these benefits to be allocated solely to our people. Instead, they backdoored us and gave us a coalition of black and brown communities and many other different communities to come into the country to eat off of our plate, where we was really just trying to make moves for ourselves, make things better for our generations to come. But we dealing with a crafty colonizer who will never really allow us to have any type of self-empowerment for our own selves. How we know? Just look at all our communities that have been destroyed, all our prominent communities that have been wiped out and flooded. That's not by accident. That's based off of them not allowing us to make any real moves of our own or have anything of our own. Why? Because they can't challenge us if we get a foothold on our own economic growth, if we get a foothold on our own resources again. And they know it. That's why they had to wipe out Black Wall Street and all the prominent communities. And this is why they won't give us no resources allocated solely to us. This is why they got all those tellers that's coming from other nations and everywhere else blocking us from getting reparations, even though it's owed to us by law. They won't even go by their own laws for crimes against humanity to give us our justice. This is just the reality to it. So no, ISIS ain't nothing like what we've been through. ISIS will never be nothing like what we've been through on what's going on with these folks that's happening. Remember, we was infringed upon. We was invaded. We didn't run into it. We didn't come into it. We didn't go into the country. We was already in the country, and some people came and landed on us. And then been on top of us, destroying everything we can possibly move and make happen for many years now. And the only people that get a leg up is the ones that side with the agendas against their own people. That's why the majority of us are sitting in ghetto slums and hoods and mass incarcerated more than anybody in the whole entire world. Because the ones that sided with them get to eat good. The ones that are programmed to believe in, and you know that ugly word, belief. You know I don't get down with that. But hey, it's a lot of people under that ugly word, that witchcraft of a word. And they sitting around here thinking that things got better and that there's no racism and all sorts of stupid stuff that they're not judging from the mass of us, the body of us, the majority of us that is faced with it every single day. Every single day. I remember it was a time when crack cocaine first hit. And I remember being a little shorty growing up, watching grown-ass motherfucking colonizers come through and put all sorts of drugs on us, locking motherfuckers up left and right, so that way when you get out, you got a background check and now you barred from society. Can't get housing, can't get jobs, can't get careers, can't get this, can't get that, because all they got to do is do a background check on you. And then they turn around and then years later, let mad people into the country, don't give them no background check, no nothing, but they got jobs, opportunities, careers, business loans, grants, everything in their name just for them solely. And we supposed to be cool with this type of shit, these type of movements. They've been doing all these type of movements on us forever. All the way back when Martin Luther King was talking about how they was giving out land all throughout the Midwest and the West. How could Martin Luther King be talking about it and we still seeing it now happen still to this day in 2025? And they telling us the same exact thing. Well, you know, you Negroes got to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps because we got to study reparations and we don't know where we're going to get that type of money for y'all because at the end of the day, you know, it can bankrupt such and such state and so on, but they got stuff for everybody else. Foreign affairs, they got money immediately. Immigrants, money immediately. Opportunity in the form of business loans and so on immediately. But the moment we talk, we don't get nothing. No. Our plight is our plight. Our issues are our issues. No other nation on earth got the same issues. Nor do they stand with their oppressors still to this day like we dealing with for the longest time now. And that's just what it is. And kudos to the Palestinians, because at the end of the day, hey, those same folks was those same folks for us too, man. And what y'all going through, we feel you. But at the end of the day, it's still not our plight. If it is not our nation, it's not our problem. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But it is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.